me, Sean Capri. I'm in my car, and you're listening to the Nintendo Drive. I'm on a Skype call with my friend, Console Caito, the sauciest potato, and on our journey today, we're going to talk about Pokemon, but first we're going to talk about me plucking the tweezers and using the tweezers on the armpit hair of that dude in WarioWare demo, so jump on into the Nintendo Drive. Ball right out of breath.
Here we go!
Hi, Sean.
I didn't script it. I ran out of breath a little bit. Didn't plan that out too great. But I got excited about the weirdness that is WarioWare. How are you, Caito?
Yeah, I'm honestly impressed
Thanks.
by the lung capacity.
I didn't even take a deep breath. I just kind of like, right. I don't really, like sometimes I don't know that I'm just going to keep rambling, and then I shockingly get really surprised by, and now I'm out of breath. It's not like I'm running out of breath. It's just like gone. So
right.
Yeah, just a little insight into my brain. I don't know if that's a good thing for anybody to listen to, but here we are.
Well, I'm
Some people
good.
seem
How
to
are you
enjoy
doing?
it. Yeah, really good. I have to be honest with you. I'm in a white T-shirt with my work blazer, but my Super Mario pajama pants. That's what I'm rocking today.
Wow.
Just my working at home, my Zoom uniform.
Are you ever worried though? Like, what if you have to get out of the car for some reason?
Yeah, that would be embarrassing.
Like, yeah. What if they give you the wrong soda but you have to get out of the car to go change it?
Not worth it.
I mean, you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
We've been
that,
there before.
But, yeah.
Yeah, no, it would have to be a pretty catastrophic encounter or incident for me to get out.
And at that point, who cares?
Exactly. Like, I'm hoping that people aren't really like focusing on my pajama pants and more like trying to save my life, you know?
Right.
Hopefully. Or somebody who is capable just looks like, well, obviously he didn't take life too seriously, so we'll just kind of let him, bleed out.
Well, I was just thinking about yesterday when I went and I got some Chick-fil-A, as one does. And I parked in the little curbside thing because I didn't want to get out of my car. I didn't want to deal with the drive-through. Yeah. And they forgot my straws. And so then I had to get out of my car to go inside because they don't come back. Like your curbside, once they drop it off, it's like, okay, this is it. We're not going to come back to do anything for you. And I didn't want to drive around and get in the line because that was the whole point that I got in the curbside.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
So, so if that were the case, you would be in a predicament.
I would just
pants.
It's a pants predicament.
It's a pants predicament. That is true.
There's the title of the song.
Enough of this.
Okay.
Cleaning out the garage. Reminder, as always, every week, I remind you, you can listen to us on YouTube now, youtube.com/Yumi Capri. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram. This has changed since last week. Everything is consolidated. Yumi Capri's on Twitter and Instagram. Lots of fun stuff over there. If you're not already following and subscribed and all that stuff, go do that. How is that all going, Sean?
Well, I have discovered, especially on Xbox, but I'm going to be doing it on Nintendo as well, that I've got a bunch of like saved clips of like a bunch of random games that I've played. So I think that might be a little something that we're doing on Instagram. It's just like random moments of games that I've played, in addition to, the questions and everything, all the other posts. But yeah, we kind of just wanted to have it all in one place. We want to make it easy. We know we've got a lot of shows for people to pay attention to, so try to make that as simple as possible. So Instagram, Twitter, Yumi Capri's. It's kind of like, because somebody had the Yumi Capri, which is like, come on, guys. Who are you? What are you doing with my name? I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate you shaking your booty with the Yumi Capri tag or whatever on Instagram. So we got the S on the end, which is kind of for Sean, but it's also like plural. And Nintendo Guru used to do it as well. So it's also a bit of a shout out to the Nintendo Gurus.
Right. Yes, we do also have a YouTube comment this week from V, who says, I usually listen on Spotify, but I had to stop by to tell you how much I enjoy your podcast. I've been a Nintendo fan since the NES era, and I love listening to your and Caito's take on all things Nintendo. The drive to and from work always goes by so fast while I listen to your show. You guys are a great team, and I hope you continue to do the Nintendo Drive for a very long time. That is so sweet.
We are a great team.
Sweet. We are.
We really are. That's so nice. And also just to make the special trip over to YouTube to leave a comment like that. Like, that means that you guys don't even know. Like, that means the world. Caito's ready to leave at any minute, and tackle her gigantic YouTube channel. But like, that keeps her around, and I really appreciate that.
I need that encouragement to stay here and hang out with Sean.
Exactly.
No.
She puts up a lot with me, and I don't blame her.
Okay, we also have an Apple Podcast review this week.
What?
So thank you so much for that. I don't know how to say this person's name.
Give it a try.
HCI, it's just letters.
Oh, okay.
Nick1.
Just a keyboard smash.
HCIW Nick1.
Okay.
That's how I'm going to say it. I don't know. It says, always a fun listen. These two with their delightful personalities reinforce my Nintendo nerd outs. Keep up the good work.
I love it.
Thank you guys so much for your positive comments. We really do appreciate it. Let's go ahead and jump right into the playlist. Mine is very exciting.
Okay.
I played Animal Crossing. So
you did a tour, didn't you? Were you visiting somebody else's island very recently and commenting on like the single path? What do you call that?
I did. Yes. Yeah. You actually watch my videos?
I always watch your videos, and sometimes I just don't know like what to say in the comments, and I like it's sort of like an awkward kid, just like I want to say something, but I'm just instead just gonna back out of the room.
Well, just say hi. You got to give me the engagement.
I know, and that's what I feel bad about. I'm like, I could just like leave the same comment every time. I'll just be like, here to help the algorithm is something that I could, and anybody also listening to this could just drop by our videos and say, here to help the algorithm. That would be great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Likes and comments really do help so much.
Definitely.
So if you're ever there and you enjoy what you're watching, whoever it is, leave them a comment. Like the video. It's easy and it helps, and we appreciate it always. I also played not Nintendo. We played Halo. For Halo Saturdays. So
it's back.
There was that.
Yeah.
It's back.
Twitch.tv/Sean Capri. We're back. We're playing games. We'll be playing some Mario Kart, maybe a little something very coming very soon. But yeah, we played games together, which is always very fun. I'm also getting into Scott Pilgrim. I just wanted to throw that out there. I am reading the I guess it's manga. I don't know if it because it's Canadian. I don't know if it really is. But I'm reading the books, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm completely obsessed. I'm listening to the soundtrack to the game that was recently re-released and just totally geeking out over that. Like, it's just, I'm smiling like ear to ear, just an absolute dork about it. So that's been super fun. Yeah.
I read the first one or two, I think, from the library one time.
Oh, that's a good call. Yeah, libraries are great.
Yeah. Libraries, so good.
Yep, the Nintendo Drive endorses the library, everybody.
We do. Sponsorship.
Definitely. Come on, we'll take anything. Sponsorship from the library. Like, they're barely hanging. They're giving away free books and games for people to borrow. And we're like, give us money.
Did you play anything Nintendo this week?
I did.
I played
a little more Zelda, but I really want to talk to you about WarioWare. I was already excited about this game that's coming out, I think in September, like pretty soon. There's a demo out that people absolutely need to go pick up. Obviously, demos are free. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to just have the laugh that game will give you. It is ridiculously silly, as I totally expected it to be. You play as a number of kind of like little sprite kind of characters. Like, you can play as Wario, and there's a bunch of other cutesy little characters with different control schemes. They're either flying around or they're shooting discs out of their head. It's totally insane, and it will just pop up just like any other WarioWare. But if anybody has not played a WarioWare game, these little tiny micro games, if the mini games from from Mario Party is any indication, think micro. It's smaller than that. It's just a really quick task, and you just have to be able to move your character around and do the thing, and it's just totally wacky. Everybody has seen that guy holding his hands over his head, and you got to pluck out the arm hair or the underarm hair and tweeze that out of there. It's one of the things. You can shoot a couple enemies. You can collect a couple coins. You got to do it really, really fast, and it's just an absolute riot. I played by myself, but there's multiplayer, and I'm so excited for this game. I will definitely be buying this thing day one when it comes out.
Really?
Yeah. No, okay, I'm all about it.
So here's my thing. I enjoyed WarioWare on the DS, or was it the DS or 3DS? I don't remember which one. I enjoyed that, and I felt like the stylus and the touchscreen was so crucial to the enjoyment of that game. So I'm not really sold yet.
I haven't seen any touch, and I actually haven't seen any motion, which I thought the motion controls on the Wii were really fun. Like, you would have to put your Wii remote down, and then the thing would ring, and you'd have to pick it up and it would say, hello? And the speaker would go off. Like, it's just totally wacky. I haven't seen any motion stuff here. I just love it. It's just such a fun time, especially if you can get a couple people in the room. It's just like, what is even happening right now?
if you don't, it's all timed, right? You're having to do these things. So
really
if
quickly.
You don't finish it that quickly, what happens?
Then you have like you've got like a couple of lives, I guess is the way to put it. You get a couple chances, and then when you run out, then you're done. At least the mode that I was playing in, like you're trying to get accomplish or successfully get through enough of these levels as possible. So I think I did like 14 or 15 by the time I died, and then you'd start over and go for another run. And as you progress, like the first couple levels you do, it's giving you 30 seconds to do it, and then the music starts to pick up and gets more intense. You got maybe 15 seconds. You got shorter and shorter time, and it gets harder and harder to do. And it's just a great time. I love this series.
See, because that's the kind of game that I wish they had a separate mode for that wasn't a timed mode. I feel like that's something my son would really like doing. He likes
that's what I was thinking.
Like little repetitive stuff like that. But there's no way at 3 that he would be able to do it in under 10 seconds or 5 seconds or however quickly you're having to do it.
Yeah.
So I wish there was like a separate mode to do that.
I haven't explored it enough yet. I really just played a couple of levels, and I just wanted to jump on here to tell you about it because I'm excited. But there might be, I do think that there's typically a variety of different ways to kind of participate in the game. But I will research a little more because I want more people to play this. And I was thinking exactly the same thing with Lincoln. My son's 4, and he's into games, but I don't know. It can be overwhelming, and that's sort of like this panic that the game induces. Like, oh my god, I got to do this thing, and you got to very quickly know what the task is because it'll say like pluck or collect, and it'll just give you a very quick prompt, and you gotta either have to remember from you being in that situation before or just kind of figure it out. And it's that on the spot making it up improvisation that is really exciting and kind of gets my attention for sure.
Right. I did order a case for my son.
Good idea.
I have that Switch Lite that's just sitting here. And he's been really into like iPad games recently. And I was like, you know what? It's just sitting here and I'm not using it. And I'm just going to get a case, like a full enclosed case. Yeah. So he doesn't break it, hopefully.
Gigantic bubble.
And I don't know what exactly I'm going to download yet, but I'm excited to see if he's into anything. I'm going to look at like, they have Paw Patrol games.
You know,
like
Lincoln's first game was Animal Crossing. Lincoln was really, really into Animal Crossing and we have a 2DS for him. And he just like wandering around. He liked shaking trees. He liked picking up fruit and things like that. To the point like where we would go on walks and he would go around shaking real trees and like say he's playing Animal Crossing. It was like the cutest thing ever. And that was like, I think a lot of people will put like Mario in front of people, but like it's actually kind of hard. Actually, like for a young kid, it's really Twitch based, and it does a good job of teaching you. But yeah, I think that's a pretty challenging thing. And for Animal Crossing, it's just you get a character and you move it around, and you realize that like pressing A pretty much does everything. And it was a really good start for him. Yeah.
You think I need more Animal Crossing in my life?
Yeah, well, I just also assume you have an extra console and an extra copy of the game. Like, you're probably right set for this. Yeah.
That's true. Okay, breaking news. Gamescom 2021 officially begins with opening night live. This is on August 25th. That's tomorrow, which is today for you guys listening, I believe. A 2-hour-long stream being hosted by Jeff Keighley. This says that we'll have the biggest news out of Gamescom. I don't know who's saying that. Did you put that?
Oh, yeah. Well, I just wanted to kind of call it, like, if people are wondering, where's Gamescom chat? For us, in our timeline, it has not happened yet. But, you want to check that out, and we'll have anything that comes out of that, we'll be talking about that next week. Anything that might come out of Gamescom for Nintendo.
Oh, I understand.
We read the show notes ahead of time.
Okay. Oh, my gosh. I was reading that as you're convinced that Nintendo is going to have the biggest
I don't know.
News.
I don't know. But if it does and people are listening to this and wondering why we aren't talking about it, it's just we're in a different timeline right now.
Right.
It's just time.
We don't know what's up.
We can't go to the future. I have no inside knowledge, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. Quakecon news. The Quake remaster is out now on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
And there are several different modes for this. Co-op for 2 players or 4 players online.
Yeah.
Online for 8 players or local split screen for 4 players. All kinds of stuff you can do with Quake. What do you think about? What do you think about Quake, Sean?
Quake makes me a little bit thirsty, actually. Hi there. Can I please get 2 large Diet Cokes? I actually don't even know if she said hi yet. I don't even know if it's my turn. That might have been the other one. You know, there's 2 lanes. I don't think it was my turn.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying anything right now. I think the other lane said hello, and I just yelled out my order. Still don't know if I'm actually going to be able to order my drink. Hi? Yep, that's... Oh, no, large Diet Cokes, please. Did I say medium? Yes, please. That's all. Thank you. So she did hear me, and she was ignoring me.
Yeah.
It was a politeness test to see if I was going to scream out my order once again. Quake is super fun and super not expected for Nintendo, although there was a version of Quake on Nintendo 64, which is awesome. And Jason Lacey and I, a good friend of the show, does a show called Fluxapose. He and I played some co-op on the campaign, which is the real juice to this, Caito. That's the best part, when you can play through a campaign with friends. And just love seeing Bethesda continue to show some love over to Nintendo fans. Right.
I've never played Quake.
Yeah, it's just like a first-person shooter, pretty brutal, pretty weird, but it runs really smooth, and I think it's from like 1994 or something like that, so you can guarantee it'll run really nicely on Nintendo Switch. Yep, That's me.
Speaking of Quake and the games that I haven't played, I also haven't played Doom.
Caito, you like to shoot things.
I do. So Doom Slayer's Collection is available now on Nintendo Switch.
Hi.
It includes Doom, Doom 2, Doom 64, Doom 3, and Doom 2016.
Thank you.
For $34.99 US. So here's the thing about Doom.
Oh, no.
I remember watching my brother play it, specifically Doom 64.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was so young that I just wasn't about it.
You shouldn't have been watching it, I don't think.
In another time, maybe Doom could have been for me. But again, this goes back to what we were talking about last week. I feel like it's too far gone now that I'm just like, there's no nostalgia there for me.
That's fair.
So I just have no interest in playing it at this point.
It's funny to look back at them and just think about, like, I was maybe 6 years old playing Doom, and it's like one of the most violent video games ever made. It's just like, really? That's what we were allowed to see? And also just very, very light, very bite-sized when compared to games now. So interesting to kind of go back on that. And the fact that they bundled it all together with a pretty inexpensive price as well is kind of neat. But yeah, if you don't have any nostalgia for it, then it's probably going to be a bit of a miss. But mostly just wanted to call it out that, you know, this is a studio and group that's been purchased by Microsoft that still supports the Nintendo Switch is kind of the thing here. They could have not, but Quake especially, like the first Quake has almost no, there's Quake 64 is kind of on Nintendo 64, but yeah, I don't know that there's a lot of Nintendo fans calling for this, but it's there, and I think that's very, very cool.
You know what game I wish would come to Switch, and this is so not relevant to anything we're talking about, but
Viva
Portal.
Pinata. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Also, Viva Pinata, I would love.
That was just as unrelated and still like within a realm of possibility as my brain went to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be so good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That would be so good. Okay, well, the biggest news story this week is the Pokemon Presents thing happened. And did you watch it?
I did. I'm into Pokemon this year. I'm watching these long ass presentations they have for us. Yeah, definitely.
So they announced the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl limited edition Nintendo Switch Lite that's coming. That's kind of a throwback to the DS. Was it a DS Lite that came out? And I love this thing. If I didn't already have a million Switches, I would be getting this.
Honestly.
Are you getting it?
Well, so here's the thing. Like, the whole OLED thing is an issue. Like, why? This is why I want my Lite to have an OLED. Like, they could have done this. Like, I just know that it's coming later, so I'm conflicted. Also, with me being like 2021's the year of Pokemon, this should be the one that I get. I actually already, my Switch Lite that I have already is, I think, the Sword and Shield version, which is gorgeous. It's got to be the best one before this. But yeah, I mean, I'll put this out there. This would be a lovely Christmas present, I would say. I don't know. for whoever wants to buy it for me. Yeah, listening? Really. Mm-hmm. I know that my mother-in-law likes to listen, so maybe she'll pick it up for me. She absolutely does not listen. It looks
so cool.
It looks so
I'll make sure to
good.
send it to her.
Definitely. Yeah. No, this looks great. And honestly, like I am all about that thing that they do with these Switch lights. Like it looks so good. This is when people ask about, custom consoles and maybe wanting a little bit more on the regular Switch. It's like they have it down pat because it's just a single unit. It's just like a single package. The Joy-Cons don't come off. They can make the design all work. So I am conflicted. I'm curious to know if anybody else is thinking about picking this up, but I could get kind of swept up in the whole, like, this is the year of Pokemon thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, they also obviously showed off Arceus is how they were saying it. So
yeah,
I will admit that I was wrong.
I've been saying it wrong
last time, and it looks great. However,
oh no,
what did I tell you to pay attention to last week? The trees.
Oh yeah. You didn't like the trees?
And they looked like garbage again.
Oh no.
And I was very upset about it. But I was able to look past it a little bit more this time because you get to fly and swim on people.
I was just going to say that.
All this stuff. And I was like, oh, this looks so amazing.
Yes, that is exactly why I couldn't pay attention to anything else. I'm like, look at you flying on this thing. Look at you riding on the back of this. Was it a Basque Legion or something? Like your giant fish. Oh my gosh, I just want to ride around in this. I'm hearing a lot of various criticisms on how the game looked and maybe the world is empty and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, did you not see the weird ear, wired ear, the right ear, the thing that you ride? Yeah. It's a majestic. I don't know. I'm trying to get into Pokemon, you guys. I don't know how to say all of the things, but I'm excited.
I don't know any of these Pokemon.
Oh my.
I've never heard of them.
They're new and they're great. And also the Growlithe, the fluffy little Growlithe. Oh my God. How can I don't know, maybe it's just like if you're a grumpy old Pokemon fan, you sort of don't get wowed by this stuff, but I am all in. I just want to ride around on my gigantic Pokemon. I didn't even know they came this big. I thought it was just Snorlax.
Yeah. It looks really good. If they could just fix those trees.
The trees. You can't fix those trees. That's a trade-off. They made that distinct trade-off. They said we can give you a gigantic fish to ride around, but trees are going to look like ass.
Well, I can't remember whose stream I was watching. Maybe it was Nintendo Dad's. Mm-hmm. They were recording and they were talking about it. And someone was saying, well, it's not done yet and all this stuff. And I'm just like, but
yeah, stop making excuses.
We really think they're going to fix it. And I think, I think maybe Jace was saying that that's just the art style of Pokemon. And I was like, well, I disagree. Like, you could make a tree look good and still I love the art style.
Yeah.
But you could still make a tree look good.
It's true.
Right?
It's true.
I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Maybe
everything else
looks
looks great, just the trees. Trash. They also obviously showcased Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which I'm super excited about. I think this is probably the remake I'm most excited about. Mm-hmm. I loved the Let's Go series. I love the art style of this one too.
Same.
And like I was saying, this is the last Pokemon that I was really into. So I'm excited about this. I will be getting... Which one are you going to get, by the way? We should plan this out.
Oh, we should.
So we could trade with each other.
I feel like Brilliant Diamond, I've been really trying to focus in on like which one's which. It's Shining Pearl, Brilliant Diamond. I'm pretty sure. I'm not the only one who's mixing those up, so don't come at me. Pretty sure. I think Brilliant Diamond, I think that is the one. I don't even know why. I can't even tell you who's on the cover of it. I might have to pull over and look over it. Look at this.
That one is Dialga. I think. And Pearl is Palkia, if I'm remembering correctly.
What are you thinking?
I don't have a preference. I mean, when I originally played, I played Pearl. But I've also played a little bit of Diamond. I mean, it's the same thing. Yeah. It is what it is.
It's basically the cover.
I normally get the one that people don't want. That seems to be the trend. Like I got Shield and everyone wanted Sword. I try to get the one that people don't want.
Yeah. I didn't get that one actually, and it's amazing because I actually would like to pre-play a little bit, but all these games are still $80 for me, $60 for you. They're still full price. Even Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, they're still like full on. So
Even
not going to
Game
do
Boy
that.
Advance games
Oh my
are
gosh.
still full price Pokemon.
That is crazy.
So
Oh, well, people were paying it.
I don't even think I would. You'll be burnout if you pre-play, in my opinion.
I think, yeah, it's probably not the best idea. Yeah. Yeah, Diamond has blue on it, and that's typically like when I look at them and go like, if I'm leaning one way or another, then yeah, that's why it was Shield for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I'm leaning Diamond. You go, I'll go
I will
blue
get
because it's for
Pearl.
boys. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'll go Pearl.
I think that might be outdated. Yeah.
That way we can trade with each other.
Yeah.
But let us know down in the YouTube comments, if you're listening on YouTube, which one you plan on getting. So we can all trade with each other when it comes out.
We just became best friends. We're having our Pokemon getting all sorted. Oh, this is the best.
Well, I already became best friends earlier on Twitter because I watched your entire video.
All the way to the end?
All the way to the end, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, we do have some questions this week.
Nice.
I'm excited I think there's some good questions this week.
Good job, everybody.
So, first one, Foolish Fuji, at @Foolish_Fuji on Twitter. Do you think there will be a third installment of a Yoshi's themed world like Woolly and Crafted Worlds? I've been a big fan of those games. I'm hoping there will be another one coming in the next couple of years.
Yeah,
this is one that I've considered for Aiden, by the way.
Oh, it is one?
Yeah. I think he would like to just walk around with, you know, as Yoshi. I think that would be cute.
Yoshi is really cute. And even like I feel like Yoshi's going to hurt herself. When she's really like pushing for it, like I don't know what gender Yoshi is. And I apologize, I'm dancing around this, but like the whole like you hold A or B and you're trying to float a little higher and like she kind of makes a little noise. Like you're gonna pop something. You're gonna have like
cute.
Black eyes or something.
Yeah.
Worry about Yoshi a little bit. I'm trying to remember if the last like Woolly World, if they ever ported it to Switch or if Lincoln was just playing it on the Wii U, but because they had like an addition to it at some point where it had like a mellow mode, which made it really easy. There's no time limit. There's, very easy for kids to jump into. But those games, they look so good. And the detail that's in that yarn, I feel like on Switch, I don't think it's there. It would look really good. So I would welcome a port if it hasn't already happened, or like a remaster to Switch, like everything else that's been done, or next iteration, like a sequel kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, I think there will definitely be a sequel. And I'm going to name it Yoshi's Felt Forest.
Nice. Oh, that's such a good idea. Felt. Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I love the theme of like the wool and the crafts and all this stuff. So I think that would be really cute. Okay, next up, Brian Eck at Brian Eck Games asks, with a Nintendo Direct rumored to be happening sometime in September, Brian, you know how much I love things that are rumored. Mm-hmm. What games do you think will be shown? Do you think we will finally get a big Animal Crossing update? Thanks, guys. Look forward to the episode. Oh, everyone and their rumors are just so...
I don't think we're getting anything in September.
I don't think we're getting
Can I
anything.
just say that? Yeah.
I obviously agree with you 100%. We're not getting anything. They're about to talk about stuff at this Gamescom and
maybe.
No.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing.
We
There's
have
nothing
our
else
lineup
to talk about.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing that was coming out of E3 was like, is there a moment where maybe later on in August, September, where they could like sneak one more game in there? And I don't see it. I really don't think so. I think the Pokemon Metroid 1-2 punch is what we get this year in Nintendo Land, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I think they'll be really heavily promoting it on Twitter and all of that stuff. I just don't... There's not enough to make a direct about.
Yeah.
I think... Now, I'm more on board with the fact there will be a separate Animal Crossing something.
Yeah.
Do I think that's happening? Probably not.
Yeah.
Not until next year sometime. I do think there will be some kind of Animal Crossing announcement before the end of the year that will just kind of announce like, okay, here's what's coming into like wrapping up the year, I guess. Yeah. And then I think they'll have something bigger, in 2022. But Direct, yeah, they just had the Indie Direct.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
There's just so much stuff that there's too much to play, you guys. What are we even talking about?
What do you even want? What else? Are you not entertained? I think, and Nintendo over the last couple of years has been really careful and kind of scarce with their messaging. They are not overloading you like time after time again. And I think that's been really good. And also thinking about like what PlayStation, Xbox are up to, I don't think they really have to compete right now. Like I think they have probably the most like prolific set of releases coming out from a first party standpoint. I don't think PlayStation has anything. Xbox has Halo and Forza and a couple of other things that are coming to Game Pass and stuff. But I really think Nintendo has a pretty strong lineup. It's not like you're going very many weeks in between releases that are coming to the Switch. So I don't think there's much more for them to say. And they definitely have been in the habit of not distracting you. They've told everybody what the plan is for the year. And I don't think that they go, well, in January, there's this. Like, I don't think that that's even remotely possible.
Right. Maybe we should do a thing where we talk about all of the games that are coming. Like, totally. I know we've touched on most of them throughout the different episodes, but maybe we just do like a roundup. Like, okay, here's what's coming.
I love it.
What are we planning on getting?
Yep.
What are we not getting? And just kind of showcase what all is coming. Because there's just so much coming.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if I'm not interested in all of it. Like, I'm obviously not that interested in Metroid, but that's a big game. Lots of stuff. But no direct. Sorry, Brian.
Probs not.
If it does happen, here's why I like my stance on this stuff. because
that's good to be wrong about.
It's the good, yeah. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm excited that I'm wrong. Whereas opposed to if I'm on the other side, I'm not very happy about it.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, Mm-hmm. Okay.
I get it. You're cheating. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just take that stance on everything so that I'm always just happy either way. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's something to live by. Just,
It's good life advice, really.
Yeah. Okay. Rigo at dreaded_Diablo asks, what is your snack and beverage when playing video games?
It's gotta be Diet
Sean's
Coke,
getting
right?
a Diet Coke.
Gotta be Diet Coke. Well, what might surprise people is how often I'll have both a Diet Coke and a coffee next to each other and drink them basically interchangeably. Like I'll have a sip of coffee and then I'll have a Diet Coke as well. And that's a special treat for me. It makes me weird, but whatever. I'm married. Who do I have to impress? You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm already locked down. I don't like to eat very much though, honestly. Like I really don't like that at all. I don't want my hands even. No, not really. I don't think so. Like, and if I ever, even when I'm not playing a game, even when I'm having popcorn, I might actually be like a real life Yoshi. I do the little thing with my tongue, like, and get a little like, pop a little popcorn kernel in my mouth. Like, I don't want to touch the popcorn. I just want to and get it in there. Mm-hmm.
Well,
pop out an egg the other side.
I do like snacks.
Oh.
So. Obviously, if I'm in a perfect world, I'm going to have a Dr. Pepper.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because that's my favorite.
Yeah.
I will tolerate a Coke Zero if that's my only option. Or a Cherry Coke Zero. I could also get on board for that.
Oh, yes. I like the vanilla Coke Zero.
Snack-wise, my favorite recently has been the Nerds gummy clusters. If you haven't had these, you need to get them.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's the best candy I've ever had in my entire life.
Nice. Oh, man, we're going to talk about candy right now.
And
like,
then,
do you have Swedish fish? Can you get those down there, like Swedish berries?
Yeah, they're not my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh,
they're not my favorite. They're just okay.
Yeah.
Like in terms of a gummy snack.
Yeah.
It's just kind of mediocre.
Oh, okay.
I am a snack expert.
Snack connoisseur over here. Yeah. A foodie for snacks.
No, we just always talk about food on my streams, so I'm just, all about it. Popcorn, obviously, is a go-to. Mm-hmm. Although I can't really butter it.
Yeah, there's lots of options if I'm not gaming, though. Like, give me all the stuff. Give me brownies, give me ice cream, give me whatever you got. I will eat all chocolate bars, chips, anything. I will eat absolutely. It's a problem. It's really, I probably should talk to somebody about it.
My go-to when I'm streaming is a Nutri-Grain bar just because it's the easiest thing for me to eat.
Yeah, and you can be
sitting
done
there.
it quickly. Like, you don't want to be just sitting there for an hour, just like chomping through
Just
something.
munching on stuff.
Yeah, that's really the thing. I do not like eating in front of people just in general. And especially when you've got a webcam that's like a foot and a half in front of your face. Like, no thanks. And a microphone right on top of you. Like, no.
I don't mind. I just think that other people don't really care for it. Like,
Yeah.
some people are all about it, but then some people aren't. So I'm just like, I would rather just. But I also like it's right in the middle of my lunchtime. So I'm like, I have to eat something.
Stomach is growling.
My stomach is constantly growling.
I was traumatized as a kid because like some kid on the playground came up to me and said like, "Oh, you chew gum like that?" And I've never been the same. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. What do you mean? Like, I don't know what I was doing wrong. So
oh
yeah.
my goodness! Wow, that
Thanks a lot,
lasted,
Ross.
and that stuck with you.
Yeah, I know who it was too.
So do you not even chew gum anymore?
I chew lots of gum, but not in front of people, like in the car and stuff, you know?
Wow.
But I think, probably doing something wrong.
Oh my gosh. Hot topic and question for you that's not related to this, but it is related to food, and I just have to know. Do you microwave your ramen?
Oh, no, I don't think so. No. I don't have a lot of ramen, but no.
Our friendship is over.
Oh, really? We just discovered like the microwavable like craft dinner, like the mac and cheese thing. I don't know if you've ever tried that. I remember seeing it at first going like, how much easier do you need to make mac and cheese? But I gotta say, it's pretty easy and it's pretty tasty
Pretty good,
as well.
yeah. See,
Yeah. I don't have a lot of ramen though. It's a regret of
You should have
mine.
more, and you should microwave it and see if you like it.
Maybe I'll give it a try.
Okay. Anyways, last question. JB and Millie on Instagram
I love that.
asked, do you think they'll ever make Nintendo Funko Pops that aren't based on Pokemon? If so, which one character would you want?
Ooh. I hope
wish
they do.
they would do this. I don't have any Funko Pops, but I've always wanted to have them. I think they're really cute. I just
It's a
don't have any
dangerous
place
collection.
to put them.
I feel like even more so than Amiibo, I think Funkos are that's just dangerous. When you walk into a Hot Topic or whatever, a GameStop, which is our EB Games. Did you know our EB Games is now GameStop here? I got to call it GameStop now. They changed. Not appreciating that. And they just have like an entire wall dedicated to that stuff. It's like, I shouldn't be doing that. That's too dangerous. There's too many of them. But I would love it. You know, I don't know if they would be. We have some Fallout stuff. Like Chelsea, my wife, is very much into Fallout, and I've bought a bunch for my brother who's into Dragon Ball. So I've got him in a bunch of those things. So I get a lot of kind of that same weird satisfaction of collecting it, even though if it's for somebody else. And they are super cute, and I love the sometimes they have like exclusives that you would get at Comic-Con or some things like that, where it's like a metallic kind of paint on them, which I always, the slight variants always seem to get me. But yeah, not too many. Definitely more Skylanders and Disney Infinity and Lego Dimensions, things like that, and Amiibo, of course, that we've been collecting.
Right. To narrow it down to one character would be very hard for me.
Oh, it's Wario for me. Definitely Wario Funko would be amazing. Just because he's already so exaggerated, and I'd love to see like the Funko version of like that stupid mustache and his bulging eyes and everything about him. I think that would be really good. But a Yoshi would be really cute too.
Yoshi would be very cute. Mm-hmm. But I'm
especially
also,
like a gigantic one. You could cause sometimes they have like the bigger Funkos. Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, I lied. We do have Funkos. My son has two. A big
which ones?
Olaf and a Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph. Nice. Yeah.
I think he broke it already. So
come
he was like
on.
he was playing with it instead of just collecting it.
Yeah.
One character, I mean, obviously has to be someone from Animal Crossing. If in a dream world, it would be my favorite villager, which is Hazel. That's never, ever happening. So...
Which was the one, who's the ape or the gorilla or whatever, when Bobby saw him, he just freaked out. He's like, no, he's so ugly.
Al.
He's Al. I want to maybe get like into 3D printing for this because I think an owl would be just amazing. It's one of my favorite clips. For people who don't know, we should share this clip of the Nintendo guru reacting to Al for the first time. He lays eyes on him and goes, no, absolutely not. He's so ugly.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, I guess any Animal Crossing character, honestly.
Yeah.
They would probably do someone like Tom Nook or Isabel or KK Slider, because that's what they always do.
Yeah.
Despite there being hundreds and hundreds of characters to choose from.
Yeah.
They just... whatever.
Heartbreaking, really.
It really is. I mean, they're missing out on so much money.
Even like a Bowser, or like the Bowser kids would be pretty good too, or any of the enemies from Mario. Like, as much as like a Mario would be kind of a standard, I think a Goomba Funko would kind of be interesting as well.
Oh, that would be cute. Or the little guy in the cloud.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lakitu.
Lakitu. That's his
Is that
name?
not how you say it? Like
I don't know.
I don't know. I sort of said that confidently, but
I just say the guy in the cloud.
The guy in the cloud, or the sun, the angry. Give me an angry sun from Mario 3 Funko Pop. Let's just be silly about it, really.
Right. Okay, that's our last question. Sean, where can everyone find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at Sean Capri, Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants, and also tune into the Xbox Drive. It's the Xbox podcast I do, where I still drive around, talk to Ryan Turford, and with Gamescom and stuff happening, there's a lot of big news over there. So I would love it if you guys checked out that additional podcast.
You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at Console Caito. That is all for episode 18 of the Nintendo Drive. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, make sure you leave a comment on our YouTube video and let us know which version of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl you're going to get, so we can all trade Pokemon together.
Good idea. The Nintendo Drive is fueled by patrons at patreon.com/YumiCapri. And from the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful to the nearly 70 patrons who support us each and every month, with our special thanks to our Capremium producers, Dallas Ford, Lee Navarro, the fearless leader of the Phoenix Overdrive Extra Life team, and Jonathan Brown, the man behind the music on this show and the Xbox Drive. You can support Jonathan at youtube.com/PM Entertainment. Our platinum producers, Robbie Bobby Miller and Trucker Sloth. Our gold members, Argo, Benji Kong, Brendan Myers, Dallas Robbins, Dano, Emily O'Kelly, Foolish Fuji, Heather Boney, James Johnson, Joel Brooks, Jose Jimenez, Mac Time, Marcus O'Neill, Mr. and Mrs. Nasty Boots, RJ Kern, Skinny Matt, and Xavier Reyes. If you enjoyed this show and you'd like to support independent content, you can go to patreon.com/YumiCapri and choose the tier that's right for you.